few weeks ago I invited you to paint like Sonia and Robert Delaunay, and I received a lot of beautiful paintings. Thanks for participating, and it was heartwarming to read all your stories. Throughout this video I will show you all the submitted paintings, and I also share the paintings I make, just after this. Hi there, my name is Albert van der Zwart. Welcome to Imperfect Paintings, where it's all about improving your painting skills by looking at art yourself and the world around you. Sonia and Robert Delaunay are remembered for their colorful paintings with circles and concentric circles, like these. Link up here for some more background information on Robert Delaunay. What I like about the paintings is that they play with my mind. The artworks are like puzzles to me. How is the composition made? That's what makes them so interesting to look at, and to paint one yourself. In my invitation to paint video, link up here, I already showed you how you can create a composition by starting with a line or drawing the circles first. I use a marker only to make what I explain clearly visible. The third version is this one. Draw a line and use it as a border to change the scene completely. Like this one, made by Sonia Delaunay, where it looks like she combined parts of 3 paintings into one. The artwork ranges from quite simple to rather complicated, like this one. The dimensions of it make it possible to create all these effects, and all these small lines aren't that small at all. Sonia Delaunay created also other artwork, and I will tell you some more about her later on in this video. I make my design using a pencil, a ruler and all sorts of round objects. I make it easy for myself and just start to paint a number of parts yellow, followed by other colors. My sheet is 65 by 50 centimeters and it takes me a while to finish it. I don't have a pre-planned color scheme for this one. Later on in this video I will make another one where I do have a plan. When I have to paint neatly, I often use my little finger as an anchor. All the things I use in this video and also the links I mention are in the description below. What I like about the Delaunay art is that in fact anyone can paint in their style. You just have to do it. It's beginning to look a bit chaotic. We call this in Dutch kermiskleuren, something like bright fair colors, like on this picture. That's what you can get when you work without a color scheme. I take some grey tones to finish it and hopefully bring it a bit down. Jonas, you will see his painting in a minute, told me, "Thank you for providing a chance to share art with other people in these times of social distancing. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and all the other participants come up with." Jonas, thanks for expressing exactly what I aimed for. Jonas enjoyed painting with acrylics on a sloppy second calligraphy print on watercolor paper as the background to get some texture. Gelske discovered she was constantly looking for balance when adding colors. Adding some color here resulted in another spot screaming for some extra color too. She could continue forever. James painted having fun and frustrations while stepping out of his comfort zone because he only recently started to paint. The second image is made by using Procreate on his iPad. Dominique used water mixable oils to recreate a painting by Sonia Delaunay to learn and understand her use of color. The second one is his own design, and here you see the final version. Archetype created images on his computer. The first one is inspired on the Delaunay artwork, combined with patterns from cushions and curtains at home. The others are his experiments using concentric circles. I would love to see these images when painted. Anita found her inspiration in all the changes this year. The little circles represent all the new rules, but also freedom. Of course, I also look around for inspiration. I noticed a lot of company logos using circles in their design. Inspiration can be anything, just open your eyes. Sonia Delaunay was the first living woman to have a retrospective at the Louvre Museum in Paris. Perhaps it helped that she reached the age of 94, and maybe also that the times have changed in regards to honoring our female artists. This is an image of her car. Look at the lovely bulb horn on it. And this one is a repainted look-alike. She painted, but later on also designed fabric patterns and clothing. And tapestry. Some look like her paintings and others have a more loose design. Ken used a straight edge to draw lines and trace different sized glasses to get to his composition. He used watercolor to finish it. It took Ellen 3 hours to make her painting. She got bored while doing. It was all too controlled. So she decided to play around with the Snapseed app and created this image. Later she also used Photoshop to create these 2 others. At the last moment I received her change painting. Look how this extra layer changes the image completely. Bridget likes the artist Jackson Pollock and made this one some time ago. The artwork of the Delaunays reminded her of what she made and she liked to share this one. Maris created this family unit. The bigger circles being the parents. All the edges were a challenge to paint neatly, but she loved the outcome. Franca created collages. Then she used color pencils on a printed background, followed by carving lino and used it to make a colored monoprint. This last one is a gel plate print. And the next day I also received this moonlight collage. Clara's inspiration was this sunset picture. The Ecoline watercolor was at first too well behaved, so she added some extra water. She also did some experiments. And created a busy looking collage, what she changed to this version. I like the flow of the lines in artworks like these. We bought some cans and when unpacking them I saw the dents in the cardboard and found the design for my next painting. So I take a new sheet, fill it with circles, only to find out I mess up. I made the wrong design. If you want to be able to create a flow like this, you have to let the circles partly overlap. The cardboard wasn't the best inspiration. So a new design. I take a deep breath, gather some extra courage and start painting. How can I otherwise show you my ideas? And of course I mess up again. Do you see where? Later on you won't notice. Also fun to know. Now I'm finally ready to show you my idea. It feels so nice to paint a line like this going around and around. As a counterbalance, I needed another color and another way. Also about flow, but in a different way. You don't have to like it, but I find it fascinating to look at. Oh, and this is the puzzle game I kept from my childhood. My wife and our kids didn't even know we had it. Mitch thought this one looked too pale. So in the second one, using slightly different colors, she added dark lines. William told me the painting didn't come out to his expectations, but he sent it in anyway. I'm glad, because the image just shows another colorful outcome. Stans use soft pastel pencils. She sent me also this video, where she uses a brush to soften the created shapes. Vilna used Inktense pens to make her blood moon artwork on the left. The outcome of her experiments on a canvas-like paper surprised her, and she liked the soft, dreamy images. This one is made with ink on paper and called Dreaming the World Wide Web. Amelia started painting circles using complementary colors. Later on she added a great number of smaller circles and finished by adding fairly rough strokes over the shapes using pencils. Over to my last painting. I found this template with circles. Nice to work with because all circles are perfect. I used it to work from the inside out and just draw the round lines. Later on I use a ruler to finish the shapes. I take Prussian blue and titanium white and start painting, playing with different tones. It's a totally different way of working, but also playing with color, what the artwork of the Delaunays is all about. I will only show you this little clip of the process because my camera can't handle the contrast. It's constantly adjusting the light. Nizar found out painting with all the details takes a lot of time. He named it Living in Circles. Later he sent me a second painting in black and white. Jeanette used this window and the pattern of the bolero of her daughter to create her Delaunay inspired paintings. These pictures show her process. Gordon did some experiments and ended up using acrylics and named it Breakaway, referring to the one circle top left going its own way. Diane depicted a mother, father and their child, showing the individuality of each family member as well as what they have in common. She used pastel pens to create her artwork. Roger created a multicolored background using acrylics. Later he painted yellow-green over it, leaving out the circles of the background. He used also a CNC machine to carve out a 3D model, what he painted later. Brida often walks along the harbor, where she saw this barge, resulting in this colored pencil drawing after experimenting with abstraction and drawing perspective for the buildings. She also told me she studied the art of Beatrice Melhazes to help her. Interesting to see a contemporary artist still working with concentric circles. Playing with colors can be done in various ways. Of course you can paint, but when you're open to other experiments, I would love to introduce you to this group of women who make fabulous artworks. Click on the link and I will see you over there in the next video.